Tribe, welcome back. This is your abundance reading connected to your career. I pulled the cards ahead of time. Before we go into it, I want to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Those of you who will follow, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Now, if you are wanting to get the extended reading connected to 2019, it's got aspects of the astrology and what we're to expect. You can purchase them via the website. And if you need an emergency booking during the silly season, the link is below. Okay, now your romance reading is separate. Now this one, the energy is interesting. Now, I felt a tense energy connected to a given situation. This can be in relation to where you thought you'd be, divine timing, you know, not making it onto the path that you thought you were going to be on yet, concerns about are you going to get back on track, you know, moving forward. There's a pause, okay? Now, we'll tune into why there's a pause. Now, what's in your mind can be that you're being really harsh with yourself. You're thinking, gosh, you know, how do I put it? Is this career for me? Have I done everything I need to do with my finances? When can I move forward with a given project, a task connected to money? I think it's divine timed, okay? And it is part of a path that is destined for you, but it's on hold for the minute. That can be transferring careers, upgrading to a promotion, etc. Now, it can be simply in the mindset, especially as we slow down, but I feel an agitation. Now, in the heart of the matter, there is a feeling of being overwhelmed. And again, we've had retrograde the entire year. Next year is looking better, but it's probably more due to the fact that we've become, I can't say we've become used to it. That would be really nice, but no. There is aspects that I mentioned in the video of transformation. For retrogrades, lunar eclipses, etc., to give you a heads up and warnings to prepare so that when we're dealing with those aspects, we're ready ahead of time. So it has taken a toll on many of us, and we've felt that lack of motivation, lack of inspiration. Hey, you know, when's this door going to open for me? What's going on here? That's not to say you haven't had forward motion. Now, the obstacle to a degree is two things. It's the mind and it's the 3D. Now, in the 3D, you need to recoup. It can be you've gone through aspects of adversity or a few challenges. You're very fatigued. The year has been long and you're needing to recoup. That's one of your obstacles. The other is you're worried about something being taken from you. Now, this is the mindset. What you can do about the recuperation aspect is get the balance back. You're going to get more out of it. So try and get the balance back within yourself. You know, try not to burn yourself out with social gatherings and entertainment, etc., because it's going to become overwhelming. It's also going to pull tags on your budget, okay? Now, what you can do is realize that, yes, you do love people, but it doesn't have to be at a financial level. You can be passionate about them, and you can manage that frequency and give to people who you feel are worthy of that component. The same applies to your career. The same applies to your dreams. Now, what you're not seeing is excess can cause effects of this becoming a major block. You know, burning the midnight oil. It can be you're trying to cram prior to the silly season, as well as it may be that, again, you're fatigued and you're like, God, you know, there's some tasks you're just not wanting to do. It can be balancing the books, looking at the budget, being pulled in different directions, which is then directly affecting with the fatigue, and, you know, can be late night meetings, etc., that it's affecting your frequency. Now, the actions. The exhaustion and the triggers is coming from, how do I put it, your fatigue. Some of you need to, how do I put it? Let me tune into it a bit more. Okay, there is a block connected to you feeling you're not entitled to advance. That if you do, there is a frequency or something that perhaps can happen. Now, the feeling I'm getting connected to this is perhaps some of you might have been through a separation at some stage and it's triggered you. It can be emotions connected to family related when you're hanging out with family, etc. Trying to be in with the crowd and socialize to a degree. But it might be that you're burning the candle at both ends up thinking about direct situations and it's impacting the cash component. There may be an aspect of inadequacy connected inside you that you're feeling that you equal money because you're connecting, address the area of what your value is. Money is not love, okay? So if somebody has showed you that, please understand that your value is more than that, okay? Now, the other action you can take in your mind is recuperation. Heal. Don't think that all is lost. Know that you're going to get back on track and that it is destined for success, whatever you're trying to manifest, be it in money, love, abundance, or career. And meditate on it before you move forward. So don't be harsh on yourself if you're physically needing to rest and recoup or meditate on any conflict directly connected to work. Now, in the first week, again, it's like you're feeling you can't trust your intuition. A lot of times when we are hurt, and it can be from many moons ago, we're punishing ourselves because we didn't follow our intuition. Now, it might have been that you didn't have the direct support system involved properly in childhood that impacted you to feel that you could trust within this intuition, but that's changing. Now, the tool you have is people may be jealous of you, and this is why they try and drag you down. But your intuition has not been correct. It's merely other people's frequencies are directly impacting you. Now, your self-esteem and the way in which you're communicating, sometimes you don't feel comfortable in addressing certain dynamics. You're very private, especially when it comes to the cash component. You're more open, more so with family and loved ones, but you'll find even at that level, depending on if you're a male or a female, you like to keep your cards close to your chest. You're very private, connected to this domain. So it can be you're not really wanting to communicate about that subject, and connected to creativities on the third week, any business ventures, any things that you're wanting to get off the ground. It feels as though there's like, you're planning and you're manifesting, so the mind is involved. Now, in a manifestation connected to you moving the frequency forward, realize that the way in which you can do it is from the heart. So if you believe, again, passion, what you can do, heart chakra manifests cash components. Go and watch some videos on it. I have said I'm going to do some. I haven't had time. This has been a crazy year. Now, when it comes from heart chakra, you can do meditation within the heart chakra. Let me check my chart. Where is it? Heart chakra. Now, wearing green, eating green food bases, 528 hertz you can meditate connected to, or 639 hertz. Now, you can merely type in heart chakra, and when you're getting uneasy and you're thinking on that pain aspect, you can utilize the chakra to clear that frequency, but do it gently. Sometimes when we've got blocks, if we do all the chakras at once, it can become overwhelming. So try and do it in stages and be gentle with yourself during that meditation of it. But what I'm seeing is past tense frequencies have affected the way in which you're communicating these aspects and feeling connected to yourself. So it's an attachment from childhood of what is your responsibility, so to speak, in your mind, but not necessarily do external parties believe that's so. Take the pressure off. Okay, now, fourth week. There's a lot of love and you're following your intuition, you're more open. So it feels as though you've processed the aspects, you're moving into the new year and you're feeling, right, something connected to divine timing and your scarred path. Now, a scarred path is more your destiny, or a dream that you've had in mind and getting your life back on track to where you feel you're going. Where you feel you should have been, what is destined. You're going to be aware, you're going to be manifesting again. When you're thinking of it, now Tesla explains, picturing it in your mind's eye and in your heart with great passion. Don't just picture it in there. Release it from the crown and feel it in the heart. Don't think of the complications that can arise, because what can happen is you'll manifest it in, but you'll get both. You'll get yin and yang. You'll get the negative and the positive. Because no matter how we manifest, if we manifest from our intuition and our heart, what happens is we get the good and the bad. But if we're believing in ourselves that we have an entitlement of such, we get the good because we feel that aspect of deservingness within that frequency. So it's block related to prevent you from moving forward and achieving your goals. Now, what's supporting you through this is you're very strong. You're very headstrong. It's handy. You're very family orientated. You're very business minded. When you're at work, you're at work. When you're focused on manifesting things in, you're very intelligent, connected to that. So keep doing that, but have a rest, especially if you need to meditate on it and you're unable at this point to move forward, connected to divine timing, the D-Day. What's guiding you? Watch the energies of holding things back, holding things in. Also, remove yourself from people that don't support your dreams. Don't let that energy affect your frequency. As Shelley says on YouTube, that's a you problem, that's not a me problem. And just release that frequency, but keep your frequency neutral and you'll manifest abundance. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Again, if you do want to look at your love reading in the romance and your general energy for the month, go through and look at the other video. Another thing I can say is I am live on YouTube during the silly season. The calendar is filling up very quickly. If you do need an emergency reading, you can inbox me. What was the other thing I need to tell you? And if you're needing to see what's happening next year, feel free. Otherwise, I'll see you on YouTube during the month.